another video here. Today's video we're actually looking at a product I actually bought off TEMU to actually test, because it was quite affordable for what it seemed like it was. I haven't personally tested the audio on it on my camera yet. I have tested it working, and I tested it on my computer that is actually recording sound, and it is. And I will be directly comparing it to actually a Sennheiser EW100 G3, which is a very high quality recorder or microphone receiver, or rather a transmitter and receiver, of course. The receiver box is just this thing. Just to have a little comparison. So, and another thing I'll also be doing is actually taking the good quality microphone of this, which is a very good, nice Sennheiser one, and throwing it on that TEMU one and see if it actually makes a difference on sound. As I said, haven't tested it. I also, this one, the Sennheiser, I just plugged it into the camera to see if it records sounds, but I haven't directly compared any of them yet. This room here is not really that acoustically treated. I have a mattress. Yes, that's no kidding. That's a mattress on my wall back here. And there's also a blanket on my wall here, just to cancel out a bit of the noise in the room here. Other than that, this room is completely untreated. It's just wood walls. It's actually in the basement, so it should be decent. I don't know. It's in here. It actually sounds pretty okay. So what we were looking at today is actually the microphone receiver and transmitter. Wireless stuff has a volume knob at the top for some reason. Actually, one thing I actually did see, which was included, was this thing. This is a shoe mount to attach the receiver to. Not bad at all. Actually includes that, and that's very nice and useful. Even if I don't use these things, that thing is just useful in itself, because it's a very simple but still effective product. The included microphone is this one, just a simple mic with a little wind filter on right there, nothing special about it. And it includes two different lengths of cables. Interestingly enough, this thing has a 3-pin on that end, and for some reason a 4-pin on that end. I don't know why they did that, because the other cable, which is a bit longer, is the same on both ends. I don't know why it has that, because usually when it has a 4-pin, it usually has sound left, right, and microphone. I don't get why it's a 4-pin. I don't get that. Part spin? I don't know. Something like that. Everything came delivered in this box right here, and it was in this ad right here. So, not a bad price actually for what it is. The thing is, I was looking at more of these products, and there are some products that are pretty similar that actually has like a body pack like this one, but it has like a tiny receiver on the other end, which is a 3.5mm jack on it, which I guess is fine. And some even had, I believe some even had Lightning and USB Type-C ports on them. Different applications though, if you're using it on your phone or something. In my case, I'm using it on my Panasonic HC-X2000, I believe it's called. There we go. And that has actually both 3.5mm jacks and XLR input. So the XLR, I'm going to run the Sennheiser one, and this, unfortunately, only runs on 3.5mm jack. But see how it goes. The sound recorded right now is through a Røde Video Mic, the first generation one, just attached to the actual microphone mount on the camera itself. And yeah, taking a look at these things. Simple design, has actually a screen on the front there. I can actually turn it on so you can see it. It has actually a decent screen, to be honest. It's sunken quite far in, so if you turn it a bit, you cancel out some of the numbers, you know. So it's quite far in there. It's kind of reminds me of a heads-up display on a car, but yeah, not really. It has, I don't know why it does have a manual volume knob. Maybe it's because some devices doesn't like the high volume or something, or it doesn't support high volume through the inputs. but we'll see how it goes on this camera. I will of course be monitoring. I have my Sony headset plugged into the camera, so I'll be monitoring to set the microphone level and see what it needs to be set to in order to, well, transmit sound. And after that, I'm going to see if I can go around the whole apartment here to see if it actually still records, even though the camera is still stuck in my room here. So yeah, this is the microphone or the receiver pack attached to your camera. Has an output on the top there with the volume knob. This also has a volume knob for some reason. I don't know why you need volume knob on both of them, but they do. Has an external antenna. I don't know if that actually is a legit antenna or not, but we'll see. Oh, actually we won't see, but I don't know. Maybe take off the back cover, see what it looks like inside. So yeah, let me get some stuff connected here and see what everything sounds like. So I'll be connecting these now, and I'll get right back to you when it's all connected. So right now I'm actually connected to the CM-02 transmitter here and attach it to the top of the camera. I could not use the shorter cable to put it in my camera because it's way too short, because the camera is pretty tall with the top mount on it. So I had to use a longer cable. And one thing I did notice when I put my headset on to listen to the audio, for some reason it's only on one side. It's only like I believe it's only on the right side, right channel. So that's interesting. Other than that, seems like it's recording audio just fine. Yeah, I don't know, not much to say about it than that. Now I'm gonna actually try to, well, you can hear how my voice sounds. I did notice that when you twist this cable here, if you twist it, it will lose connection and it will make some horrible noises. Also seems like it has quite a bit of interference around that area. If you put these two together, like in close proximity of each other, you have that buzzing sound we usually have when you touch a cable or something, or touch an input cable on a receiver or something. Kind of like a guitar thing, you know, when you're touching the guitar cable going into the amp. Yeah, other than that, seems like it's working just fine. Nothing special about it so far. It connected up just like it should. It does say it is connected to 531.1 megahertz, which is strange. Unfortunately, my Sennheiser receiver here cannot go that low, but if it did go that low, you can probably see if it can intercept the signal. The thing is with these things is, if you walk around with these things on a big event or something, and somebody else has the exact same TEMU microphone as you, well, what are you gonna do then? But I do know that there is a set button under here to do something. You could probably maybe change the frequency. I don't know. I haven't actually played around too much with it. But let me put on the other microphone and see what it sounds like then. So now it's connected, and the one thing I did see, or did actually notice, that the input on this actually has a thread on it, an outside thread, so you can actually screw down the microphone to it. So that's nice, so you don't get that wobbling about problem that you have with the original microphone. But this is how it sounds with the Sennheiser microphone on it. I don't know if it sounds any different, but that's up to the video to see, I guess. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to connect the Sennheiser microphone back to the Sennheiser transmitter and record audio from the Sennheiser receiver into the camera via XLR. So let's have a listen to that and see how that sounds. So now we are connected to the Sennheiser microphone, or microphone receiver and transmitter, and this is how it sounds through XLR. I have not adjusted any volumes, nothing like that. The camera is strictly set to auto volume on both tests, and well, this is how it sounds like. Sounds fine, I guess, hopefully. There are of course different microphone setups you can attach to these things, depending on what you're going to use them for. I also have like a microphone attached to your face that sits like right here, that you can use on these things. Yeah, this has a mute switch here, a dedicated mute switch. The other one doesn't. You have to turn on the volume manually. That's how it sounds, and I guess it sounds fine. So let's take a test and see how far we can walk away with these things that's still recording. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and I'm gonna walk all the way through my apartment here and see if it's still recording. I'm gonna keep talking all the way and see if it still communicates. I do want to point out that this in my apartment here we have both 2.5 gig and 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. There we go, two of them. 5 gigahertz and 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi 6, and other than that, there are a couple of Bluetooth devices. My keyboard runs off a Lightspeed, whatever Logitech you want to use for that. There are a couple of TVs turned on right now, and there is quite a lot of electronic interference in this room, particularly because there is a computer back there. There is a screen on the wall there. There's my computer here. That's my girlfriend's computer back here. So it's quite a bit of like devices around here. So let's take a walk with the Sennheiser and see how it reacts on just simply walking through the apartment and coming back and see how it reacts. So yeah, we're gonna do that right now. So now we are going to take a little trip through my apartment here and we are gonna walk. So right now I'm in my living room. Not a very big apartment, so only 65 meters per square inch. Meters per square inch. Meters squared, there we go. And right now I'm in my kitchen. There is a fridge here, so that could cause interference. Right now it seems like my Sennheiser is still having good connection. I'm gonna walk around here. I'm gonna go into the hallway where we have our entrance door. I'm gonna close the door here and still talk. The door is now closed, and now as far away as I can get from, well, from the receiver. So now right now I'm gonna walk right back and we're gonna throw on the cheapo TEMU microphone and see how that does. So right now we're having the TEMU pack on, the CM-02 here on me, and I'm going to do the exact same test. I'm going to walk through my apartment here. It does have actually what it seems like a indicator saying what, well, the reception. I don't know how accurate that is. So now I'm walking towards my kitchen again. I'm now right next to the refrigerator, man, English today. And I'm gonna walk from here back to the hallway again, through our entrance, and I'm going to close the door and walk straight to my entrance door. And the transmitter still says that it has full reception, and well, doesn't seem like it wants to quit. So it still has full reception here. It seems like the transmitter doesn't really change of how well the reception is. So that's the test, I guess, from the little TEMU, whatever. What's the brand called? It's actually called Professional. Would you look at that? The wireless masterpiece. It actually says masterpiece on it. That's pretty funny. Professional wireless system. System. Yeah, right. Doesn't say much. It doesn't actually say anything on the box at all. It's just a white sticker. Simply says made in China. That's pretty much what it says. And the inside of the box is nothing special either. It's actually packaged fairly well. It's packaged with foam, and it survived the shipping process. It seems like it was only sent in a plastic bag, you know, classic TEMU style. So yeah, that's that. Thanks for watching, guys, and that's what you can expect from a TEMU microphone. Seems fine, but I'm a little bit concerned from the connector here, because if you have this on you and you bump the connector or something, you will have some pretty nasty spikes in the audio. But yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for another video.